Creepy things to keep you up tonight. What's more creepy, the basement or the attic? A trucker's worst nightmare. A farmer's worst nightmare. This is a support beam from a subway track in Chicago that carries 30,000 people almost every day. This is a brazen bull, an ancient torture device. The person on the inside would be suffocating as they were being cooked to death. It was designed so when the person would scream, it'd make bull-like noises. Just some businessmen having a casual meetup. Someone running on all fours caught on surveillance camera. Would you let that thing crawl on your body? I wouldn't. You might want to check your closet with a weapon after seeing this. This is a sufferer of fibrodysplasia, which is where the muscle slowly solidifies into bone. Most victims are completely immobile by age 30, though the average life expectancy is 56. This house has dozens of stuffed animals and other kids' toys hanging up out front. I bet they're probably normal people. This could be photoshopped, but the feeling it gives me is so unsettling. Apparently, this is just supposed to be Bugs Bunny carrying a big carrot, but I don't buy that at all. This is protective equipment that was used to play basketball in the 1920s. This is the passport for mummified Egyptian pharaoh Ramesses II. The passport was made so he could be brought to France. If you don't directly look at them, it seems like they're making slight movements. A Reddit user says they found this sign in the middle of the woods, 5 miles from the nearest road. A Reddit user caught an ice cream truck driving around at 11 p.m. during the winter. This is a suicide pod. At the push of a button, the pod becomes filled with nitrogen gas, which rapidly lowers oxygen levels, causing its user to die. The Crying Fountain. Found on Google Earth, this junkyard with multiple signs for help. This giant moth is actually an owl. Hope he isn't hungry. Imagine that slithering on you while you were in bed. Chuck E. Cheese rotting in the desert. A whip made out of a spinal cord. You know what time it is. 2 of John Wayne Gacy's clown costumes. He murdered over 30 boys while dressed as a birthday clown. A still from the first Jaws movie. A dare gone wrong. This is Javed Iqbal, a serial killer from Pakistan who killed over 100 boys by strangling them, dismembering their limbs, and then dissolving their remains in acid. He was sentenced to death in the same way. A Redditor claims this is his bathroom at work. Hope you like tight spaces. These are wax statues of the Beatles. MRI scans of the face. Hopefully that's just rust. Glasses given out to zoo guests so they don't make eye contact with the gorillas. Teeth being prepared for veneers. A Redditor found his name carved into the walls of the attic of his girlfriend's new house, said she had never been up there. A vampire hunting kit from the 1800s. This 200-foot stuffed rabbit staring off into space, though nowadays he looks like this. This man was caught on a porch camera licking the house's doorbell. A dresser drawer with an ominous message, possibly relating to a murder. Don't worry, it's just wallpaper, I think. Women's self-defense gloves from the 1800s. Eye contact and a smile? What more could you ask for? A nice Halloween photo. While in the truck, you are unable to see the child-sized mannequins. A very sweet-looking potato. Ordinary school photo until you see these two, which are Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, the Columbine shooters. A Redditor was doing some painting and found a wasp nest in their power outlet. This is a large house centipede. What a beautiful sculpture. What if you only hear 7? This feels like a threat. A message at a cemetery. The 9 Pillars of Light in Japan. Auschwitz concentration camp workers on break. Man narrowly avoids fatal accident. In 2010, Tokyo City officials went to wish Sojin Kato, Tokyo's oldest man at the time, a happy 111th birthday, but they only found his skeleton. He actually died in 1978. His family lied about it so they could keep collecting his pension money. This is Blanche Monet, a woman from France who was imprisoned by her mother for 25 years in a small room from approximately 1876 to 1901. The photo was taken shortly after she had been found by police. Here she is prior to her imprisonment. A numberless phone from the Soviet Union. 2 late-night visitors. In 1986, Cleveland, Ohio held a balloon festival where over 1 million balloons were released, which resulted in 2 people dying. These mummies were buried during the cholera outbreak in the 1800s, and they were most likely buried alive, either by mistake or as a way to stop the spread of the sickness. The Easter Bunny has arrived. An ongoing wildfire in New Jersey. The fire was just started on April 22nd by 19-year-old Joseph Kling, and it's already destroyed over 15,000 acres of land. No deaths have been reported as of now. In 1974, 19-year-old Arliss Perry was found dead in a locked church at Stanford. Her body was posed in a praying position. An icicle had been driven into her skull. The case would stay unsolved for over 40 years. This skull-shaped asteroid passed by Earth around Halloween in 2015. Victorian-era mothers who stayed veiled while taking photos with their babies so the child wouldn't look at them. This is what construction on a skyscraper looks like. Check your mirrors tonight. This video shows how crowds can affect the structure of stadiums. This man shows how high level his work is. Another man giving us a high view. This silverback gorilla charges at a family.
Oh man!
A horrifying Halloween picture. Scary tree art found in the woods. This video is not for the claustrophobic.